Hello, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery with a pre-primed black 16 by 20 inch canvas that I left some skins on, and some of them adhered and the rest of them pulled the surface off. And I have just put gel matte medium in place, and I have found that I have a few odd things kicking around the studio, like some paint I'm not sure what is, and I'm very interested in playing, doing nothing in particular more than just experimenting with what things are going to be like if I put paint onto this matte gel medium. It may be not kosher, but it doesn't really matter to me because it's my studio and it's my paint, and I'll just keep adding paint to it as I like. Here's a little poinsettia from Prism Pour. Prism Pour poinsettia, which should be beautiful and shiny. Which occurs to me, I have paints to get rid of and I might want to use them right now. I have some ambrosia. And that's my Princeton Art Tool Cattle spatula. Being called to some turquoise. I'm just interested in filling in the gaps. Oh, that's got some beautiful shimmery gold essence to it. I like the idea of the black paint mixing. Because everything is potentially a background. I want to play with the Chantilly lace, which is another Prism Pour. And may just be shimmery and see-through when it dries. I'm going to keep using that black. I'm going to use a little bit of Mayan gold. What do I have here? I think that's the rest of my Mayan gold from yesterday. I like the gray quality, and I have some gray cell activator. I don't know if it'll activate any cells in this because I don't really have a heavy layer of anything on the canvas. And this is definitely about texture and scraping down through. I'm being called to some turquoise. I think I might have said that out loud. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a better way to apply this. Probably if I dip my flexible Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula in there, I'd have a whole lot more luck. And like I said, I collect skins. Maybe I didn't say this minute, but I have a large collection of skins, and the idea of having a background, if something doesn't work out, to do that sort of works for me. I don't actually know that I would expect anyone to ever see this video, but I figured if I didn't turn the recorder on, if I didn't turn the camera on and make a recording, I wouldn't really have any choice in the matter, and I prefer a choice. Now I want some white, some actual white. And I've used up this, which is good because I'm enjoying using it with the bottles. And those are pretty neutral colors so far. I'm going to put that aside as soon as I take the last scrapes out of there. And then I'm going to decide. I have some nice turquoise. I'm not sure what it is, but at this point, for me, it doesn't really matter. I'll leave the top off that. Whatever it is, it's not showing up so extremely that This is definitely more about mark making than it is about something that's supposed to be pretty. And I'm being called to purple in a big way, and more black. I think that spatula's got to go in a bucket. That cell activator, I'm still tempted by that. And I think just for the moment, I'm going to grab my OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula. I have so many old bottles of paint that I'm not using, and I don't know what the labels are, which reminds me, I want to make sure everybody knows. If you have an opportunity to stay organized early on in your studio by using the Glad cling wrap, the right size to wrap around your bottle, and use a Sharpie to write the name on it, you might be really happier than I was. Alright, most of my background is covered. I want some Fandango in there, God knows why. Because it pops. And popping is good. I want some blue in there now. I'm not sure what this is either. I had a bunch of colors mixed up to do blooms with in these small bottles, and then I didn't feel successful. So this is frozen. This is a Prism Pour. And I have some really cool skins. I think I mentioned. I still want some white, but it's looking kind of cool. What else? Black, white. Oh, what do I have here? I have some Royal Galaxy, which might require a stir. I'll take that ambrosia away. I'm not saying I'm not going to go back to that pink diamond. And I still want some white. What a beautiful color this is. Totally awesome. And if I put the top back on, I'll still be able to use the rest of it too. I made up a color yesterday, which was the Frozen. I think it was the Frozen. It could have been the Northern Sky, mixed with Chantilly lace. And it made this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blue. Be it palette knife or spatula, something else is going to get swiped through. Not my usual colors, but that's okay. I really appreciate getting out of my comfort zone once in a while. I don't know what to call that color. Oh, you know what I've got? I've got the very last dregs of my Claret, which is a fantastic color. Oh, look at that. I wish I had a lot more of that. And I am using a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula again. Maybe I shouldn't use up the very last drop of that. I might want it in a moment. So let's just do... Most of my colors are mixed with Vivid Polypore from Colour Arte. I like bouncing my spatula to make texture sometimes, but I definitely want some white, and I'm thinking maybe if I put a little bit of white cell activator into my dish, I might actually pop some colors. Or pop some cells, I should say. I don't want to go crazy with that white. And then she did a huge swath. Let's do a little more black. And swipe up through. What is that lump? It needed detached. Needs to come off the handle of my... I think a little more. Oh, that's the Hot Orchid. I forgot about that. Hot Orchid is now jasmine and a primary elements. Oh, and I love it too. Might as well use it. I think this is going to be gorgeous. I'm really glad I filled in some of those weird gaps on the canvas to begin with, because I think they'll dry just fine. Probably it's better to let them dry, but being unfamiliar, that's working. I think I'm going to go for a little more gold. Right there. The only thing I keep being called to that I'm trying to ignore, and I don't know why, is the blue velvet. And maybe that's the exact thing that I need. I should spin that around so you guys can see it. It's very dramatic, whatever it is. I like painting with a spatula. I never painted with a palette knife any time before I started doing fluid acrylics. But I think if I'm ever done with doing fluid acrylics, I will probably be using a palette knife, because it's an awful lot of fun. As long as I've still got white paint in my dish, I can still use it. Just bouncing the edge. I'm almost out. I don't know how far I want to go with that. Maybe a little more Fandango. I think I might be getting close to being done. And this may be stage one. It might be done. I like that. It's really different. And I have a little bit more. I need a better palette knife. There we go. Just the tiniest bit of claret left, which I definitely like over there. And I used the blue I was being called to. Do I want to use some orange? Ha! The claret is finito. Throw that in the bucket. I think this orange, I don't know what the constitution of this orange really is, to tell you the truth. Do I have some pink? I thought I made some. I've got pink Dalhia. That might be kind of cool. Pink Dalhia is maybe not always my favorite color, but once I put it on the canvas, I'm in love with it. It does magical things. Miraculous and magical. I swear. Alright, so I think I am closing in on the finale here. That was more pink diamond. And I'm really liking the movement that I'm seeing. I'm not sure what I want to do. I might just blow some of that around. I like the dribble effect. I'm not sure if I should do anything with black or not, but I've got the black cell activator, so I'm thinking. Something else. Yep, it's all good. I didn't go overboard on the orange, which is probably okay because I wasn't being called to that much of it. So that's exciting for me. I really like this piece. I'm going to take my residuals and fill in that little bunch gap. There's not much in the way of gaps otherwise. And I'll show you guys. It works from almost every angle, and I especially like it that way. So this is up. And I know I have a dot there, but that was part of the original agreement. Ha! I can touch my edges up tomorrow with black if I want to. I'm done. Please give me a thumbs up if you like what I do. And share it if you like what I do. That helps me out. And your comments boost my morale and help me out. If you watch the commercials, you help me out. If you shop my Amazon link on the link tree, which is down below, show more, you help me out. And I really appreciate it. I'm wondering if that's done because it's not as balanced upside down as it is this way, but I really like it that way. So I think I'm going to leave it alone. I love you guys. You inspire the heck out of me. I hope you keep coming back. I post 7 days a week and I have 2,300 videos, probably going on 24 by now. I kind of want some spatters. Maybe not with that exact tool. Yeah. Don't ask me why. It's not my usual. It's not my MO. But they're making me happy. And I could probably spatter with anything. I kind of want some gold. I could do that. Can I do that? I'll see. Yeah, that's not bothering me. Oh no, she got the orange out. Come on. Oranges are very exciting, but occasionally, or more often than not, overwhelming addition to a lot of things. So I like to think I'm being judiciously, like I'm placing something. Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the thumbs up. Check out my Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, all on the link tree, along with my Legallerist, clothing made in Montreal. I kind of like this. I know my husband's going to say it looks like an underwater scene. Like that. Right there. And I might as well zoom in. It's just an abstract expressionist piece of artwork. But it was fun. I'm going to call it art therapy. Thank you for joining me. I do sell my artwork, and if you want to reach me, use my easpbgallery, the word gallery spelled out, at gmail.com email address under the link tree. And I do give classes at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. If you have questions, please feel free to ask me. If you need help with a link, I have playlists, all playlists, creative playlists. If you can't find them by going to my YouTube channel, there's a monthly drawing. If you are somebody who is willing to help support the production of videos at the Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Productions. Oh, I'm Productions now. And you find the PayPal icon and make a donation, you will be included in the invitation to become